Hello, welcome to the Fermented World Live. I have got a shed load of apples, and when I say a shed load, I am not even joking. I've got 20 kilograms of apples here, and we're going to be making some cider. If this is your first time viewing the Fermented World channel, then hello, welcome, please stay a while. First things we're going to do is we're going to chop loads of these using this chopper here. And I want to weigh up as to whether the chopper is actually worth its weight in gold. Because what it does is it separates it all like that, which is really, really nice. But, does it actually make the mulch up any better? So, am I just wasting time doing it this way? Let's put our cores in there, in the dirty thing there. I mean, like I say, I have got 20 kilograms of apples to sort through. So I'm going to try and find the quickest way to possibly do this, because I haven't got all day. I've probably got about an hour and 20 minutes before the kids come back. So yeah, and with 20 kilograms of apples to do, it's going to take me quite a while. Then I've only got a small press, so I've then got to press them to get the juice out and then do another round. So it's going to take some time. So make yourself a cup of coffee, because I'm just going to keep the live rolling just in case something funny happens. Like when I throw loads of mead everywhere yesterday, or sorry, on the video that I uploaded yesterday. It wasn't recorded yesterday. It was recorded? It was recorded the same day that the peach, lychee, and the other one was. Now normally it dodges the seeds and stuff, but this time it seems to have caught a couple. But I'm not bothered anyway, because if I don't get along with this cutter chopping them up, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to lob them in the bucket as they are and just blend them with a mulching tool, which is always helpful. Hello to the one person who is in watching. How are you doing? I've got a shed load of apples from a friend of mine, so I'm making some cider. And it's going to take quite a while to get all these things mulched down. You've got to chop them, then blend them, and it's going to take a while. So make yourself a cup of coffee, crack yourself a beer. It is Friday. Oh yeah, it is Friday. I could crack a beer. Well, let's get some bloody work done first. Chop some flipping apples, man. I've got to make some cider. So, hello to everyone who's joined me. I've got 20 kilograms of apples. I'm making some cranberry cider. That's going to be one of them. Depending on how much more I get, possibly might get about 4 gallons. Because when I did 9 kilo of apples last time, I did get, oh, that looks a bit nasty, doesn't it? Oh no, it's just a seed. Oh well, it'll be alright. Looks like something's had a go at it though. But when it comes to cider, it doesn't matter. It doesn't bloody matter. What's up, Matthias? What's up, Magnum? How you doing? Have you just randomly stumbled across my channel, or are you an avid watcher of the ginger beard who brews things? I make beer, cider, mead, all sorts. Once I even fermented a can of Dr. Pepper. You know why? Because there was nothing to stop me doing so. Okay, granted, it tasted like crap, because once all the sugar's gone out of Dr. Pepper, it's not that nice. But I did it because I could. I'm Turkish. Okay, brilliant. I've never been to Turkey, mate. Never. I know a couple of people who go every year. They really enjoy it. To be honest, I wouldn't be able to deal with the heat. I'm from England, mate. It rains a lot in England. As soon as we get a little bit of heat, that's when I struggle. And especially being ginger as well, I struggle a little bit more than most. But yeah, do you drink cider? Magnum, which is alcohol made with apples, if you're not aware. I'm probably teaching you to suck eggs there, but you know, some people possibly don't know. That is, we're not all the same, are we? We're all a little bit different. Different places do different things. I mean, some countries don't even drink, do they? A lot of Muslim countries, they don't have alcohol because obviously it's, what's the word? Is it haram? Where it's haram? Haras? Where it's forbidden, isn't it? But yeah, everyone to their own. Me personally, I love a good beer. Beer is my weakness. But when somebody gives me 20 kilograms of apples, I am going to bust my balls and I am going to make some flipping cider. Because I do like cider. I like dry cider. I don't like cider that's all sweet and, you know, stuff like that. Turkish Konus. I don't know what that means, dude. And I've probably pronounced it wrong anyway. But the reason why this is a little bit late as well is I had to make a new one of these because I broke the other one. And I also forgot how long it actually bloody takes to make a press plate. But it fits perfectly. It's got so much clearance in there. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that took me the best part of the morning. I've been sterilising all the equipment and then forgetting certain parts of the equipment, so then having to come back and flip and sterilise them, which is a bit annoying. But, you know. So what alcohol do they drink in Turkey then, dude? Do they have their own particular drink? Like obviously Russia's got vodka. Scotland's probably whiskey. England, I'd probably say like a pale ale or something like that. Or a bitter, actually. It's probably more of a bitter style of beer. But then again, we've got Cornwall and that, which is, you know, Somerset and that. They've got their cider country, that is. They absolutely love their cider down there. And they make some bloody good cider as well. Yeah, none of this artificially sweetened shite. You're talking decent stuff. So this is where we're at so far. Been plodding along with it. Still plenty to do. And then what will happen is I'm going to get my little tool, which is in the sterilizer at the moment. Like that. And I didn't set up the other camera. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. Very sorry. I thought I'd set up the other camera, but I have not. There we go. So what we're going to do then is this will get put in there. We'll attach a drill. It's going to go just like that, and it's going to absolutely smash all this apple to pieces. We then take that apple. We get the bag that's in there. We set the bag into this thing here, which you can't even see. Into this thing here. We attach this, which goes on top of the apples that we're going to press. We then add wooden blocks on the sides, and then we tighten this thing on the top like so, and then it tightens it up, pressing slowly pressing the apple juice out, which is then collected in a big bucket, which we'll be showing you later. But this is the live is only for the crushing of the apples. If you want to see the actual video where I actually brew it and put it together, then you'll have to come back to the channel and have a look at the actual video. Now there is another video of me brewing a cider, but I've learnt my lesson, so I'm a little bit better at it now. Understanding filming angles and lighting and stuff. So, well, I say I'm better. I'm still an amateur. I'm still, you know, just a guy having fun in his kitchen brewing some bloody alcohol. I mean, you think about how much it costs to buy a pint of cider or a pint of beer or any form of alcohol in the UK, you know, you're heavily taxed on it. The ingredients to make your own, you are not taxed on. Well, you are. You pay your VAT, but you don't pay a duty tax on top of that, which is why brewing your own beer, mead, cider, wine, you name it, is self-sufficient, economic, you know, or economic, however you say it, but you save an absolute fortune. So for example, I can brew a craft beer in my kitchen. I don't have any craft beer over here at the moment. I do have, oh, say that, yeah, I do. I've got a barley wine which is currently fizzling out into nothingness. That shit's gonna bite, that's like 10%. I've got a chili mead over here. I've got a brown ale braggot. I've got one that's got loads of different fruits in. I've got one for my stepson, and I'm also doing one where I'm trying to create my own biofuel for my other channel, which is called Walk, Cook, Walk. And what I do is just go out in the woods and cook some grub. Easy as that. Using an alcohol stove. Simples. But this is going to take some time, guys. It is really going to take some time. So do go make yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, because we're going to be here a while chopping apples. Chopping apples. I mean, I've hardly even made a dent on the pile of apples that's here. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time. But we got the time. I don't really need to stop doing this until the kids come back, so I'm all good. You can use any type of apples as well for cider. Doesn't have to be a specific type of apple. Now, I'm not 100% sure what variety of apple this is, but they are absolutely gorgeous. Now, some people use really, I'll say nasty apples for ciders, like crab apples, cooking apples, because you can use them. It's, you know, they'll still make a beverage that's got alcohol in, but they just won't taste as nice as this. This tastes amazing, and I get excited every time a lady says, I've got you some apples, and she's done me a solid this time. She has really done me a solid. She's given me so many apples. Maybe more than I can possibly process today, but if we have to come back and do another run at it, that's, you know, it's perfectly fine. They'll be okay for until next week in the bucket that they're in, for sure. But yeah, cider. Sup, Money? How you doing? I am chopping apples to make some cider. Got a good system going. You stab it on the spike, you chop it, you remove it. One of you 5 a day. You know what? I always forget how much I like apple. I really do. I do realise that this is like the middle of the day in the UK on a Friday, so most people will be at work. So my UK subscribers may possibly not be tuning in. But if you do, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. I do love this device. Now, I bought a cheaper one beforehand, and it was shocking. It was shocking. It broke the first time I used it, and you don't want these things to break because they will slice your goddamn thumb off. You want to keep all your fingers out of the way of these. Even cleaning this before, literally just cleaning it, and I flipping sliced my thumb. Had to stop, get it covered over. Ouchie. Right, I think that's enough for this first lot. Oh, what do you reckon? Think we should just go with that or add some more? I think we'll add some more. What's the harm it's gonna do? It's not gonna hurt, is it? We'll just have more to mulch. Once you mulch it down, it goes to pretty much nothing anyway. Pardon me. Got some apples stuck at the back of my throat. Oh, look at that little one. Oh, let's slice him up. Just like that. How is everybody doing today? What's up, Kamala? How you doing? I hope you're well. I am chopping apples to make some cider. Ew. Be alright. It looks a bit brown, but it'll be alright. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Right, let's blend this up because it is the time to do that. Let's get the little mixy stick out of there. That goes in the centre there. The hole is just the right size. Put the lid on so we don't get attacked. Now where, oh where, did I put that rubber bung that I was going to use? I did have a rubber bung that I was going to use, but I don't know where the side of it is now. Oh, of course, I'm very, very organised. Always organised, me. You know what? Sod it. We'll just... well, there goes my other camera. Just kind of smash that up a little bit. But never mind. We'll be alright. You ready for the fun part? Here we go. What it's doing now is it's chopping all of those apples up into much smaller pieces so that we can juice them. Let's have a look what we've done. See if it's made much of a difference. Probably hasn't by now. You have to go quite for some time to actually get much of a difference, but I just want to show you the start of the process. And as you can see, it has mashed them up slightly, but we need to do that even more until they're like proper mashed up. So I'm going to be here a while. So if you don't have a lot of time, then probably leave now. Might even ramp up the speed. have a look. Basically, you need it to ultra fine mush. Oh, there, now you're talking. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Look at this. You can even see some of the juice starting to pool. I don't want to waste any, but I want you to see it. There you go. Look. You see the little bit dribble out? That's as much as I'm willing to waste. Right then, back to it, because it needs even more than that. I mean, it's nearly there. It's not far off it, but it does need more than that. So it's going to be a very lengthy procedure. But at the end of it, we're going to have some lovely, lovely, lovely cider. Not really a big fan of cider in the grand scheme of things. I won't go to the shop and buy it. But I will drink homemade stuff. And I like it dry. I don't really like it sweet. Wipe my fingers because they're getting a bit sticky from all the apple juice. And we're going to blitz again. Just keep repeating this process until we've done all of it. Oh yeah, can you see that dripping off there? So now this part that's mulched, it needs a little bit more because there's like some of the larger pieces still in there that won't press. So I am going to do a little bit longer on this one, but that, as you can see from the roof of the thing there, that was really, really cool. Now do excuse me if you hear a load of snacking and scoffing. The dog's come in to eat his biscuits while I'm doing the flipping live. So it is what it is. Normally I'd have a microphone on, but my phone's on charge. So unfortunately for you guys, and the bucket that I'm going to need is not here. I also need to drill this into the table. So there's a bit more prep to do, which I should have done beforehand really. But, you know, such is life. Right, I'm going to go grab that bucket. was left upstairs sterilising. Big bucket. Très grand. So we're probably going to be doing this over this side. So need the bucket down there for it to collect. So I'm going to have to move my apples somewhere else. Don't mind me. I'll put the apples behind me for now. The big bucket to collect the apple juice needs to go there. That needs to go on the edge there. This is going to get drilled into the table because when you start putting the pressure on it, it really just wants to lift up. And if you do that, all of your flipping apple pulp goes absolutely everywhere. So I'll show you what we've got so far, as there's a couple more people in here now. That is the mulch down the apples, and that is what we're working with. That is exactly what we needed. Then that will get put into there, which is slowly but surely going to trickle through there. But first things first, I need to attach the thing to the table. So bear with me while I do that. Otherwise it will just go absolutely everywhere. And I also need to find some suitable screws. Which you can never find when you need them. Of course. And to be fair, they normally end up coming out anyway. They look a bit small. The other two bigger ones. That's what she said. Ugh. That's a larger one. I'm a sod for keeping things, man. I think to myself, one day I'll use that. I'll find a use for it one day. Some larger ones at the back there. Yeah, I'll have some of them. I think they're good. See if this works. It might not. Nope. Well, it works, but it just doesn't. It ain't got the power. So we'll just use this instead. But we'll turn it down. So kind of want to make it angled as much as possible, as close to the edge, because it does lip under ever so slightly. I do apologise if you can hear the dog. Whoops! I wasn't supposed to fall that. Well, it's kind of in, but it's wore the bloody head off. So I'm probably going to struggle to get that one out. But I'd rather it be in. There we are. And now for the final one at the back here, which I'm probably better off coming round for. It sounds like overkill, but when you start putting the pressure on this, when you're cranking to press the juice out, you do get some pretty... Oh, Gordon Bennett. mean, that still could come off. Even though it's attached to the table, it still could come off. Sorry, I'm missing all the conventional workmanship as always. What's up, Waxes? How you doing, brother? So yeah, let's start putting this in, and I might even bring you around. Let the dog get out of the way. Go on, out of the way. Go on, go on, go on. I mean, you're probably going to want to watch this, aren't you? Let me bring you over. I have to bring my charger thing with it. Come with me and you'll see how messy my bloody kitchen is. Right, so if I point that down, oh, what have I done? God, bucket it up then. So the bucket's directly underneath this little funnel here. We need the bag, which is in the sterilising solution. Because when you're brewing, right, you can throw loads of things in a bucket, like I do, but your one problem will be if you haven't sterilised things. If you don't sterilise things, you're going to fail. Simple as that. Everything needs to be sterilised. Now, this bag does have a hole in the bottom, which is allowing the shaft to go through. Shaft! And then that goes around there, like so. Roll it up a little bit, pull it tight, pull the draw cord up, give it a bit of ability to move around if needs be, like so. Needs a bit more slack actually, so bring it up, because it will pull it down if we don't allow it to go down. Then the yummy part. I mean, this does make a hell of a mess. I am not going to lie, it makes a sodding mess every time. But it's once in a blue moon that I get this many apples, so that I'm able to do this. So I kind of take the bull by the horns and I get it done. Now, see if I can quickly show you. That's what we're working with. That's what we're going to press down to get the cider out of, or to get the apple juice out of, sorry. I mean, you could just do this and drink it as freshly pressed apples, you know. Now, sorry you can't see me, but you need to be able to see what I'm doing, which is why, you know, I've left it like that. What's up, Ray? How's it going, brother? Brother from another mother. We are making cider again, dude. Finally got round to doing the apples. It took me nearly 3 hours this morning to get everything prepped, and then oh wait, that's not me having a wee, that's the apple juice that's coming out of the pulp. Yeah, and then I had to make the press, and I forgot how long it actually took me to make the press, dude. New hat, bro. No, dude, it's quite an old hat, but I couldn't find my Fermented World hat. So, and you get extra points if you can tell me what the logo's from. Anybody want to tell me where the logo's from? So as you can hear, the juice is already starting to come out. And we need to do another load of apples, if I'm honest. And we could just tip that in there like so. Just rinse my fingers. It's always handy to have some sanitizing solution in the sink whilst doing things like this, because it does most definitely need to have it. And as you can see, it all comes out of these gaps at the side. If I was to press that down now, it'd all come out of these side bits and ooze a lot quicker, more rapidly into the bucket below. which is catching it all, double checking that the thing is off so that we're not going to be losing any once it gets up to the part there. And yeah, that's that part, and you got to see it, so well done you. I'm glad you got to see it. Now I'm going to put you back over here where you belong. Oh. Do excuse the grandad noises of me moving around. So, and then we just repeat. We're going to chop more apples. We're going to get them popped into there. And that is pretty much what I am doing for the foreseeable future. I think I'll do one more load and then I'm going to stop the live because no one wants to watch me do this forever. I mean, as cool as I am, I don't think I'm that cool. I mean, I'm pretty cool, but I don't think I'm that cool. And again, like I say, we just repeat. That'll carry on just dribbling through, and we're gonna absolutely mince this next lot up as well. So Ray, if you're still there, mate, I got 20 kilograms of apples, which means it's going to be double the quantity that I had last time, and I got 2 gallons last time out of 9 kilograms. I'm sure. Well, that's what I think anyway. I could be wrong. Some of you guys probably know better than me what it is that I've done. I'm very quick to move on with things. I will keep glancing up to see if anyone's commented, but if not, I'm just going to crack on, guys, because it's a long... I mean, this is, look, the first lot that I did has kind of made a dent, but I still have loads. Lucky I've been going to the gym, lift all this bloody apples up, man. Definitely earned a beer after this. I think I've got one in the fridge actually. I might even crack one. Feeling a bit parched. I would recommend this tool. I'm not sponsored by them at all. I've tried the cheaper ones. If you ever come around to do this, cheaper ones are absolutely crap. This is by, I want to say Diess, D-I-E-S-S. I don't work for them. I don't get paid by them. I just recommend that product. I think it's good. It comes with a little thing that you can stab it into, so your apple can't fall off, and you just cut in between the lines and it pushes the grooves out. It's good. It's ultra sharp as well, so it's super good. We've got somewhere some bugs have been in, but I'm not bothered. As long as the bug's not in there now, it's alright. That's what I say. That's an orchid, yeah. Well, to be honest, mate, where the at the allotment, where I've got my allotment, there is actually an orchard where you can actually go and collect apples. But because it's a communal thing, a lot of people get there before me. And because I'm not on the allotment as much as some of the people are. Like some of them go daily. And I kind of go when I need to harvest or water or dig or something like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's such a nice place to just sit and chill sometimes, because you just lock that gate behind you and there's just no people without a key can bother you, you know? It's kind of magic. I mean, I suppose I think looking at one of your videos, you've actually got quite a bit of land, haven't you? In the US, I think people in the US have more land than what, say, people in the UK have on average. All our houses are kind of like stuck together and stuff. I mean, I know you do have some areas where, you know, you have like, I think you call them the suburbs, is it? Where you have like houses close together, but they're very, you know, still spaced out compared to what we got over here. So you could probably grow your own stuff on your land instead of having to actually have an allotment, you know, a piece of land somewhere else. Now my garden's quite small because I put loads of trees and large bushes and stuff in, because it just keeps it easier. It's less work. And with 2 YouTube channels, a handful of kids, a dog, a bearded dragon, it's a little bit busy sometimes. So yeah, having a large garden, I don't think I could deal with it right now. I think later on in life I'd like to have a bigger garden, because then I don't have to go all the way to the allotments to grow veggies and stuff. I just grow them in the garden. Pardon me. Do you know what? I'm going to crack a beer. It's beer o'clock. It's beer o'clock. This is my Belter, which is the brown ale. Trying to clone Newcastle Brown. I've had a couple of it. Now that it's matured, tastes good, but it doesn't taste like Nuki Brown. Which I was a little bit gutted about. It's got a little bit of a sweet note to it, so it does almost, but it actually tastes a bit more like something called Theakston's Old Peculiar. Just type in Old Peculiar, you'll see what I mean. Again, it is a sweet brown ale. It's extremely malty, not in your face hoppy. It had lactose in, which obviously bolsters the sweetness with the lactose because it can't be fermented. Oh shit, I've dropped some. Where's it gone? I swear, man, this house just devours things. You know, as soon as you drop it, like hands come from everywhere, and then it's gone. And I'll find it in about 5 weeks, mouldy as oat. It literally has disappeared. I shit you not. Oh, the bloody dog will find it later, I'm sure, when he comes scabbing around looking for food, looking for scraps I've dropped. I even let my son hand pick himself some of the apples, so he had a good time selecting which ones he wanted to put in the fruit bowl. I mean, to be honest, I might even have to give some of these apples away. Again, not sure what variety they are, but they're just bloody gorgeous, man. They really are. Need merch, t-shirt and stuff. You know what? I'm not even bothered about making any money or anything like that. I mean, if eventually I make money out of ads, then fair enough. It's like, I'm never going to charge for content. I'm never going to run a Patreon. I'm never going to have a members area. It's, you know, everything you're going to get from me is going to be 100% free. I mean, you know, I get what people do, and some people do have Patreons and, you know, members areas. And I tried to watch a video of a YouTuber couple that I follow, and I watch every time their video comes up. I sometimes choose it over other people's videos, but I'm not going to mention any names because that's not fair. But I clicked on it and it was like, you need to be a member, and I was like, do you know what, fuck you. Sorry about the swearing, but I was appalled that I had to pay a subscription to watch a specific video by somebody who I support by being a subscriber. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, come on, man. But you know, everyone to their own. Everyone runs their stuff differently. I mean, if I did do it with t-shirts and merch and stuff like that, it'd be non-profit. It'd literally be, you know, at the cost that it costs to produce the t-shirts. So my Fermented World t-shirt, I think it cost me about 14 quid. But then you got to think about it. 14 quid t-shirt. Then you got postage to wherever you are. You know, it soon adds up. I mean, international postage, you're going to be paying over £5, aren't you? Easily. I do get what you're saying though, dude, with the merch and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I would quite happily make money out of doing this. But at the same time, I don't need anything else to do. I've got plenty to be getting on with, you know, instead of like flipping ordering t-shirts and getting them printed, and then there'll be problems with the printing and I'll have to apologise to people. It's just like extra. I mean, you know, if for whatever reason it gets to the point where, you know, there's demand that exceeds a couple of people, and this starts to run as a bit of a business model or whatever, then I'd probably employ somebody else to do that. But, you know, at the moment, I'm just a dude in his kitchen chopping apples and talking shit. But I am eternally grateful for all of my subscribers, though, because all of my subscribers are here because they want to be. They're not here because I begged them to be. They're not here because they have been programmed to like and subscribe and shit. Because I don't care if you like or subscribe. I don't care if you unsubscribe. I know it sounds really narcissistic, but the thing is the people who want to be here are here. Do you get what I mean? So the regulars, Jim, yourself, do you get what I mean? It's like that's the loyalty in a way, and the fact that you always come back and, you know, you always have a comment and you always engage and stuff. That's what it means to me. Apple, how much cider do you make? So at the moment, I'm not sure how much cider this is actually going to create. I've got one lot in there, and I'm just about to mulch up some more. So if you hang about, you'll see that happening. This one of them's going to be a cranberry cider, so it's going to have a bit of a tartness. And this is how many apples I've got left, which may even be done another day. I'll keep an eye on how much we've actually got, but my lad's going to be coming back in about 30 minutes anyway, so the live shall end then. But I'll just keep on chopping. I don't even think you can see me chopping it, can you? I do apologise, I'm a bit shit at this, guys. We are all open to bribes there. Yes, man. Aren't we all, yeah? Oh, I love it. And again, that's it. It's like, since I created the community page, I want you guys to get on there. I want you to post what it is that you've been doing and, you know, what you're brewing. I want to see your ideas. I want to see your recipe sheets. I want to see what you did, how you found it, what went wrong. You know what I mean? I like the information because if you can share information, you make somebody else's life easier. So for me sharing my knowledge of homebrew with everybody else then makes their life a little bit easier when they try and get into it, because they see the mistakes that I make. They see the things that go wrong. Like when I tipped over the flipping mead the other day, I'm telling you now, I would have lost a lot of subscribers if I'd have carried on that video and not just switched it off, because I was fuming. I didn't slam around, but I was swearing like... I was making up swear words, guys. I was absolutely seething. Poor dog, mate. He thought he'd done something wrong, so he went to hide. Poor sod. He doesn't like loud noises. And when I get annoyed, I don't mind telling you, I did mention it on the video as well. I've got a temper, man. When I lose my shit, it's just flipping red mist. Nothing else matters. No one can tell me nothing. It's like, just leave me alone to calm down. It's going to take a while. And it did take a while to clear up all the mess as well, to be honest. Oh, that one's a bit gangly. We don't want that, do we? No, we'll dodge that one. But I suppose, you know, I'm not the only one in the world with a temper. I have taken anger management before, but it didn't really work a great deal. I'll eat that one because it fell on the floor. Now I just tend to go outside. That's my medicine. The outdoors is the medicine. And what's everyone up to today though? I'm assuming some people are at work on a break and, you know, or you've got a day off. If you've got a day off, you should be brewing something. That's what you should be doing. This is going to take forever. Oh my gosh. I said to her, oh yeah, I'll have as many as you can carry. And she clearly carried a lot more than I expected. And it's funny because the tree that the lady got them off was from like a cheap shop, if you call it that. Like a discount shop. And it's not even taller than me, the tree. As where I've got one that's twice as big, but mine doesn't produce as much fruit. Strange, isn't it? So mine produces fruit, but it does it one year, but then doesn't do it the other year. So I googled as to why it was doing it. And it's some sort of condition. Driving whilst watching YouTube. right. So if this is the last time I hear from you, you're in a ditch somewhere, mate. Oh, come on, lad. Not good. Don't watch YouTube and drive. Disclaimer, I do not condone your behaviour, Ray. I find it amusing, but I don't condone it. I think I just cut my thumb then. No, we're all right. Oh. So I'm just going to keep chopping until it's time to go open the gate, and then I'm going to end the live, and I shall continue chopping for the actual video, because there's going to be plenty more. I did try and catch it on a time lapse, but to be fair, it's not the best angle, so I can't even see what I'm doing because it's more focused on what's going on the live. And to be fair, it just gives me someone to talk to, even if I'm just talking to myself until people join. It's all right. It's a reason to continue talking. I mean, I could have just slapped some music on and been away with the fairies and done it mindlessly, but I like engaging with you guys, you know that. Normally it's in the evening with a beverage, but I haven't got anything new to drink at the moment. They're all kind of like milling around. I mean, the next video that I'm going to be doing is the Braggot, the brown ale Braggot. I'm going to be opening that and see what that's doing. It's stopped fermenting by the look of it now. I'm sorry, my phone's quite far away from me, so I can't really see what anyone's saying. If there's any comments, I have to get a little bit closer for that. But we're still on driving. Anybody got any brews on at the moment? Anyone got any ciders, beers, mead, wine, or anything in between? And if you have, and it turns out nice, you can pop it on the community page where you can upload a picture and you can upload a write-up of what it is you put in there, so you could give people the ingredients, recipe, and so on. Chop, 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 chop. Beer, 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 beer. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. That's good. Even if I say so myself. And if it wasn't good, I'd tell you, because I am my own worst critic. If it's Bob, when I pass it to people, it's like, yeah, it's all right. And they're like, oh, it was really nice. What are you on about? And I'm like, yeah, it was all right. I've kind of just piled these all on top of this tool that I need now, which wasn't the wisest. I'm going to be here a while. And just while doing that last run, I mean, that's like a 15 litre bucket. So there's plenty in there. So if any of you do follow my other channel, which is called Walk, Cook, Walk, I'm going to be doing homemade burgers tomorrow. And now that I've got 50 subscribers on there as well, I can do it live. So I'm going to be doing it live, I think. A live cookout. Could be quite interesting. And it's funny, right? Because that channel, in sense of how long it's been there to how many subscribers it's got, is actually doing better than the Fermented World channel, which I've been doing for 4 years. Which, you know, it's interesting to think that, you know, homebrew's that much of a small market as opposed to outdoor cooking, because I suppose that's what I do, isn't it? Outdoor cooking. It's not the camping side of it, but it's more aimed at showing people what you can do on a campsite easily with a simple stove. So, for example, you get a lot of campers that just eat these rehydrated meals. Now, I am yet to try one, so I can't say nothing, but I know that it's not going to be as nice as like a beef stroganoff or something like that. And when you're camping, I think you haven't really got anything else to do, so why not go through the effort of creating something that's really, really tasty? Do you see what I'm saying? Go through, like, take the time to make a really nice meal. I don't know. Maybe that's just my brain. I mean, I know obviously you've got to carry whatever you take with you. I mean, on average, my walks are probably around, say 3 to 5 miles. I'm not hiking up a flipping mountain, am I? So I suppose that, because they do ultralight, don't they? So I suppose that is a thing as well. Because if you want to cook a beef stroganoff, you've got to take all that up the flipping hill with you. Got to carry the water for your potatoes, which I forgot when I did the beef stroganoff, so I had to go buy some, which cost me £8, which I was not happy about. Definitely was not happy. Right, I've been chatting away and I've chopped too much now, so let's get all the juice and stuff in there. Get your juices in. Just pop that on there. So what do you think about a cranberry cider then? I like cranberry juice. I'll just quickly rinse my fingers. But I've never had a cranberry cider, I don't think. So that's what we're going to be doing for one of these. Now I might press this. Let's have a look how much we've got so far. We've probably got about 1 litre. It'll be interesting to see how much we do get out of this, because when I weighed it, I think it weighed about 20 kilo. But I could be wrong. There is times where I am wrong sometimes. But even when I'm wrong, I'm right. Do you know what I mean? So. Let's give it a blitz. Put it up to power 2 because it'll blitz quicker. Make sure your lid is firmly down. Give it some bloody meat! Multitasking. This is where the lid flies off and it goes everywhere. You know what, there's a button on here where I can lock it, and I totally flipping forgot. Throwing cranberries in secondary. No, these ones are going in during the fermentation. I do have some dried cranberries though, which may go in secondary, depending on what flavour we get from the cranberries that are going in there. I'm not sure there's a great deal of sugar in cranberries because they're tart, aren't they? Maybe the tartness is a form of sugar. Who knows? But anyway. Now it's on. Can't let go of it, but it just means I don't have to hold the button down. Boring, isn't it? Got to be done though, because I want these bloody apples out of my way. I'll be sitting dreaming about them. takes a while. Just when you think you're done, you've got to go again. Let's give it a look. Should be all mulchy. Oh yeah. Still a couple of large bits in there. But for the most part, that's all been mashed up. Nice. I do want those larger bits mushed because they won't give us the juice if they're not. And to be honest, I haven't made much mess in the grand scheme of things considering what I made the first time I did this. It's not even attached, dickhead. On the table, it's alright. Don't mind it spinning around. It'll help get some of the bits that are mulched out. Right, I think we're ready to tip that in. I mean, there's no point pressing it until it's full. Oh, yes. I mean, you can see the apple juice just dripping off it. Slop. Lay that down like that. Just quickly rinse the hands. Because we're going to be getting our hands in there to lift this out, to put it into the thing, which is then going to drip into the bucket, which I showed you all earlier on. And ooh, yeah, yummy, oh so yummy. And it will start trickling through anyway. You should hear it. Any second now. The apple juice will start flowing through the press. That's not me peeing myself. Or is it? Now I'm making a mess. Quick rinse, and then I want a couple of pictures of what's going on over there. I mean, I do apologise for you not being able to see it, but I did do it earlier on. I'm going to send that flipping thing back, you know. Pop this light on. Not very good at this cinematography, whatever it's called, videography. But you know, we're having a go, aren't we? That's what matters. We're trying. Right, let's now put the pressing plate on, because I think we're about ready to actually start pressing. Which means I need to move the bucket. So, what we do now is we lay these blocks like so, and stack that on there and there. We get our plate for the top, a little bit of a washer. And then make sure that they're all not going to be out of line as we press, and then we just crank, and out comes the apple juice. Lots of apple juice. The new press that I made is a lot better as well. Tenfold better. Just pop you guys over there so you can see it. I know it's probably very annoying to be able to hear it but not see it. Just excuse the mess. Oh, you see this? Look, this bothers me. You need to put like a little cup under there or something. I'm not sure why it does it. It seems to lip bloody hell. Seems to lip underneath ever so slightly sometimes. Lovely jubbly! Nearly up to the 5 litres mark. So I might actually call it a day on this, you know. Oh my goodness. No, not all over the floor. And you just keep cranking until no more comes out of it. And you reverse the bar, add more apples. I mean, you can take the old stuff out, but there's not really any point. I mean, that's not going to get tipped in there, obviously, because that's not sterile. I should have sterilised it, but I didn't, like a doofus. So I'm going to say that that's pretty much at the part where it's pretty well pressed. Remove everything. Blocks. Oh dear. Seem to have apple coming up through the sides. That was not meant to happen. Maybe the press was a little bit too much. too much clearance on the sides. So we're going to remove that, put it back in there just in case we can get some more out of it. Because we're not wasting it. Oh hell no. Let's see if I can get these out. If I remove one, I will be able to get the other one out then. Yeah, so it might be back to the drawing board with these. Although they work, they don't work as well as they possibly should. Let's get the rest of the mulch in there. We'll get this pressed and we'll do the rest of it on a normal video. Flip channel. Quickly rinse my feet. Actually no, because I'm touching this again on. So move that around as even as possible. I think I'll just drop some into the side of there. But it's going to happen, isn't it? It's going to happen. Back on with the blocks. Put the extra blocks on this time as well, because we've already pressed it down reasonably far. You want that extra pressability. Any minute now, I'm going to have to go and open the gate, guys, so I am going to have to say goodbye. But let's get some more flipping apple juice flowing first. And just leave that a minute or two. Let it do its thing. Which seems to be leak all over the goddamn floor. And then some in a cup. Oh. But anyway, that is how we make the cider. Thank you for everybody who joined me. Sorry it's a bit of a laborious thing, but you know, I thought you might as well see it. And you may as well see all the mess under the table as well. I don't give a shit. That says we've got about 5 litres. So that's going to be for the cranberry one. And I must go open the gate and let the children in. So thank you very much for everyone who joined. Take it easy and I shall see you all soon. Rock on, ladies and gentlemen.